Hi, Caleb with Brownells here, and in today's video we're going to be tricking out a Sig P365 with some Radian products. So the products we have here, we're going to be using the Radian Ramjet and Afterburner. These things are absolutely amazing. We've been using them on the Glocks forever. I say forever, for years now, right? And they do an excellent job of keeping that muzzle flip down and just overall eliminating recoil, which I know some of y'all out there are saying, well, the 9mm doesn't recoil that much, just man up. It's not about not manning up, it's about getting faster follow-up shots on targets. Alright, and then from there, we have a base plate for the magazine, which goes absolutely great with the Backstrap and Magwell. And we'll kind of get into these in a bit in more detail as we go through it. So let's just jump right into it. So these are actually made for the X Macro. Yeah, X Macro. This is made for the 365 XL and 365 X Macro. This is a X Tac Ops, if I'm not mistaken, but there's like 600 billion different models of them, and a lot of them are the same dimensions. They just have different features here and there. Okay. So, first thing we're going to do, I think we're going to jump into knocking out the Backstrap and Magwell first. But I'm also just going to go ahead and pull the slide off of here, because we're going to need that off anyway. Alright, so the firearm is of course unloaded. So all we're going to do is, and I'll try and do this so you can see as well, we're just going to lock the slide back, rotate our takedown lever, and then release the slide catch, let the slide come forward, and just push forward, and it'll come right off. We'll set that over there for now. Oh, also, we did mount a Meprolite red dot sight on here. We've been trying that out, and it's been great so far. Just wanted to mention that in case you're wondering what the heck that is. Okay, so to get the Backstrap and Magwell off of here, yours may or may not have this Magwell. This is specific to the Tac Ops version, I think. But if you notice, there's a Torx bit on the bottom, and that's what's holding it on. So we will take a Torx driver. I'm going to guess the size at T15, and I'm going to guess completely wrong. I'm going to guess at a T10 next, and I'm going to get it right. It's going to be great. Okay. Take that off, set that aside. We no longer need that. And to get the Magwell off, or not, excuse me, the Backstrap, if you notice there's a pin on the back right here. We just need to get that pin out of here. Alright, so I'm going to need a punch, and I'm going to also grab a bench block to help myself out here. Right under the table, perfect. Right where Steve left it. Okay. So now, we'll see if we can just push it out without a hammer here. Sometimes we can, sometimes we can't. There we go. We'll set that aside. And that's going to slide straight down. And we'll just put these over here. Okay, now for the Radian one. And they make these in a few different colors. This one is just the black anodized. This is, like everything else Radian makes, this thing is machined out of billet aluminum, and it is just, the quality is absolutely awesome. Okay. And there's some stuff in here. There. You will need this. Alright. And let me, I've opened Ziplocs before. Here we go. Okay. This thing is making a fool of me, but I got it. Alright, so the way this goes on there, it's actually dovetailed in. And if you notice, there's a channel here for this spring and detent, and they just kind of lock into place there. The dovetail holds it nice and solid. So I'll just kind of show you how all that works. Slide our Backstrap on. No, we're not. Not like that, though. We're actually going to take it. If you notice, there's a channel cut in the bottom. I was getting ahead of myself here. You're going to lay it on that channel and slide it on like that. So you're not going to start at the bottom, you're going to go on 3/4 of the way and then just push it into place. And that's going to lock in there. Alright, and once that's on, we can take our Magwell here, and this is just kind of slide on from the front. So if you look, there's the dovetail piece right here, your dovetail piece in the back, and slide on from the front and push in. So the way this actually tapers together, you can't slide the backstrap off with the Magwell on. So the Magwell is actually keeping the backstrap on, which is pretty nifty. So I'm going to move this forward just a little bit because we need to take our detent and spring, drop it into the hole, and we just need to push down on it as we slide into the dovetail. Let me do this so you can see it here. Alright, and that keeps everything in place. If for some reason you want to take this off, you know, maybe it's just super dirty, maybe you hate it, which maybe, I don't know why you would, maybe that's a you problem, I don't know. Maybe you dropped it in peanut butter, need to get it all out of there. Whatever the situation may be, you have a nice little takedown tool that it comes with that goes in there to depress that detent, and then you just slide it off the front. You can also use a punch, but if you don't have that, they provide a tool. Okay, so, and also I'd like to point out, you probably had a punch to take the old one off, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, so that is how you install the Magwell and backstrap from Radian, and that thing feels awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and knock out the base plate so we can see how well they fit together. Alright, take off your Sig base plate. Of course, you're going to need to unload your magazine, or you're going to be in for a surprise. But all you need to do is depress the plunger in the middle and slide it off back to front, keeping your thumb over the bottom to catch the spring that's going to want to jump out at you. Alright, so we're going to take the new one. Oh, and it comes with 2, so that's super convenient. We could have done 2 magazines. Well, we'll just do 1 for now. Alright, and spoiler alert, all you need to do is depress the spring, get this kind of back where you found it, and slide the new one on front to back. And all you need to do is just make sure that the centerpiece here pops up into the hole, and you're locked in. And these are also billet aluminum, really just nice quality. You could drop these all day at the range and be just fine. Alright. And then they're made to kind of lock into the profile of that Magwell, which I'm just, oh, it's not going to go in because the takedown lever. So we'll do that last. Alright. Now for the Ramjet and Afterburner, which are just cool names. Alright, we're going to kind of get this out of here the most awkward way possible. There we go. Alright, and these usually come with a bit. It does. Great. And this is just a Torx bit that is made for the screw that holds on the comp to the barrel. And I'll use it. These come together, so all you need to do is take off the screw. And this screw, this is a special screw. As you notice, there is a taper lock before the threads there, which is what keeps this screw nice and secure. We're going to take the comp off. Notice that the barrel is not threaded for the comp, it is cut for it. So you have these 2 huge ports on top. That's what goes through your comp there. And then you have the cut on the bottom, which is where your taper lock kind of engages there. Alright, so we'll take the old barrel, or the old slide assembly, pull out the recoil spring, pull out the old barrel, put in the new barrel, and this is also a good time to put some lubricant on it. We'll put it on the front of the locking surface there. Put it on those locking lugs on the bottom. And kind of just a little bit on the top. You can also put some up here as well. Okay. Put it in. Alright, and then we will just kind of line everything up just like so. And this is made to fit right around the slide. Put our screw back in. If you want to put a little Loctite on there, go for it. I don't. I just torque it down, and then I've never had any issues with that taper coming loose. Nice and snug. Put our recoil spring back into place here. Alright. Put our slide assembly back onto the frame. And lock the slide to the rear. Engage your takedown lever. Release your slide. Alright. And then clean off all the oil you just added to it. Alright, and our magazine fits in there. Nice. Okay. And then that's pretty stiff with no ammunition in it, but that's normal. Okay, great. Now we'll just do a quick function check here. Great, okay. Yeah, that thing looks, I mean, it looks way cooler, but that's not what it's about. Does it actually work better? With previous experiences with the Ramjet and Afterburner, I know without a doubt it's definitely going to shoot better. But the only way to be for sure, or the only way to be certain with this, is to get out to the range and actually use the gun. Alright, if you have any experience or anything like that with these products, let us know in the comments down below. I'm sure everyone wants to know as well. They don't believe me, they want to hear it from random dudes in the comments as well, such as the age we live in, right? Alright, but as always, if you need help with anything for any reason ever, feel free to give us a call on the tech line. We'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.